Welcome to episode number 15 of the Minnesota Twins Custom Franchise Series, and today it's the playoffs. We're trying to repeat as World Series champions as we won 2019 MLB Show 19. So we're back in the playoffs for the second straight year. Not playing the winner of the wild card game because the Red Sox are insane. They're one game better than us. And you can see right there, I think you can see it, the lighting might be a little off, sorry, but I'll tell you. The Indians won, the Indians in the wild card game, and then the Cardinals won against the Mets in the NL wild card game, and then the Dodgers won game one against the Cardinals, and then the Reds won game one against the Nationals, and then both ALDSs start Friday, October 2nd, 2020, and the other series is obviously the Red Sox and Indians. So yeah, and we have home field advantage obviously, and obviously the Red Sox do, the Dodgers do over the Cardinals, and the Reds have home field advantage over the Nationals. So yeah, it's Babe Ruth against Kyle Hendricks, and then the next episode of the series will be the first elimination game of the series, which will be game 3 or 4. So if it's game 3, then it's going to be most likely Kyle Gibson versus Ryu, and I'm not sure, it doesn't say anything about 4. But this one's definitely Babe Ruth versus Kyle Hendricks. Let's do it. Alright, let's go and view today's game. There's 4 games today, but I'm only playing obviously one of them. And play game, all the rest will be simmed. And play the full game. The Twins are the gold controller and the Nationals are the blue controller. Yes, I'm using both controllers. I won't be biased, so I'll be fair. I'm not sure that is for the Twins. Everyone looks the same. Actually, well, my mom wasn't here. I'm not sure what she went, but I believe that is Vinny J because I cut his hair down to almost bald, and I think it's Vinny J. And then that's Dad on the that's the Nationals have a Dad. That is because when I create these players, I put them in the free agent pool, and they might. And the Nationals, and then this past off season, before the 2020 season started, they picked up Dad. So yeah, alternate uniforms press, road uniforms for the Astros. And we're playing at the Herbert 800 Metronome. That's where I play all the names. I play on camera, and which are full names. And sometimes I do play a full name off camera at the Metronome. I did that 3 times once on the same day. So yeah, just go to the Herbert 800 Metronome, which I was there once when I was like really young. So I don't remember. I was like less than a year old. I was like 6 months old. 6. It was less than a year. I know that. Holds 46,554. Opened in 1982. Let's do it. Presentation of broadcast team style of the show. Quick count on. Nothing else to say. Quick count. And it's gonna be lefty versus righty, 99 versus 92. Let's do it. And for some, they do have Verlander, but he's way down. He's a 75. He's going down. He still has potential, but he's 37. That's why overall he's going down. Let's do it. And they did tell Hendricks to be a free agency this past offseason, by the way. And yeah, there is a dad on the Astros because there's still a dad on mine. As you can see, Dad. But because I put these characters in the free agent pool, so after I created them, so there's a possibility of 2 saying like there's a dad on the Astros and a dad on the Twins too. I'm not. And I think that's I believe they're not having that. Yeah, they only have them. So yeah, you don't see a. Where in the? And the only 2 lefties are Josh Reddick and Tony Kemp. I mean, Mr. Casey at 99, and I mean that. I'm just gonna leave the lineup as it is. Maybe for game 3 or 4, depends which one's the first elimination game, which that will be next episode. Not sure, but if I know to put subs in, maybe I'll put like Vinny J at third and take Audie Pullman out and then put that at first or something. Let's do it. As they do not, they have Altuve, Sprinter, I'm gonna do one alternate. I know switch Sprinter to lead off, and then I'm gonna I'll put Dad and replace him with Daniel Robinson. Switch him. So now Dad's been set in for the Astros. Here we go. I'm the play-by-play announcer for this game. Here we go. Dual aces. So that was our record. They went 93-59. We went 114-48. Yep. Here we go. But we didn't play the winner of the wild card game because the Red Sox they were a team better than us. I don't know. Last year we went 129-33. So we broke the record for most wins in a single season. Yes. We are here at the Herbert A. Humphrey Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis for Game 1 of the 2020 ALDS between the Houston Astros and the Minnesota Twins.
Metrodome? Why is that there?
Hi there everybody, Vinny J here in 3428 in the Man Cave, along with my mom for Walden our special, and Tori, one of my daughters, Walden our special postseason coverage here on the show, or Walden our special postseason coverage here on the show. As you can see, there's the records for both teams in 2020, 93-59 for the Astros, first in the AL West, and 114-48 for the Twins, first in the AL Central. Game 1 of the 2020 ALDS between the Astros and Twins is here on the show. Line up the first pitch coming up next. The wrong team. Here we go. What? No, or it's gonna zoom out. And Babe Ruth, 32 starts in the regular season, 22-3 record, 2.50 ERA, 219 and 2/3 innings, 198, 1.10 WHIP, 31 walks, and 154 strikeouts. And then Sprinter, who's batting 0 in the postseason, and they're not showing that. Here we go. Babe Ruth has a 14 bounce on palm ball on a slurve, and by the way, this was in our special postseason coverage. What in our special coverage of postseason? What in our special coverage of What did they say? They said what in our special. Yeah, what in our special postseason coverage of baseball here on the show. I might have been delayed after that because it was what in our special postseason coverage of baseball here on the show. That's what they say. That's what Matt Sturgeon said, and usually that's what I say. I just got mixed up or something. Here we go. 1-1 count to Sprinter as with the Herbert Humphrey Metrodome. Ground ball to Luke. This should be the first out of the ball game. It is 1 down. Here's the starting lineup for the Houston Astros. George Sprinter, the Astros dad, Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa, Daniel Robinson, the DH, Tyler White, Josh Reddick, and Tony Kemp. And in this world, Astros saw Tony Kemp. Here comes the Astros dad. The Twins dad is not playing this game. 1-1 count. That's a foul ball, and a palm ball below the zone, 1-2. It's 46 degrees outside. Clear skies, no wind inside the Metrodome. Okay, did it just say 46? It just said 46, unless yeah, it says 46. That's outside, though. I believe that's outside. That seems right, because for October in Minnesota or Minneapolis, it's 46 degrees clear, 97% full. Surprised it's not full, but it might end up being full because traffic and stuff. And then no wind inside the Metrodome, I guess. Or they might mean outside. I'm not sure which one they mean. So 46 degrees, I believe, is inside. The wind is inside. No wind inside. 46 degrees outside. 2-4-3 ground. 2-4-3 ground at the start of the ball game. 2 down. And by the way, for you, I always play the Danes. The Twins are home at the Metrodome in this franchise, and
Why do we still have a Metrodome when there isn't one?
well, there's classic stadiums in this game, so I play every full day. Every day I play on camera, or every home day I play on camera, which I do play the full games of. Basically, every episode is a full day, and the days that we're at home, I play at the Herbert H. Humphrey Metrodome. And yeah, that's why. I just want to do it because I get my Snake's rotation franchise that I picked the Metrodome to be their home stadium. But when I'm into the game for the home team, it goes right to the Metrodome. Here I have to stroll to the Metrodome because I have a home field for right now for the Twins Target Field, which I'm probably done when I probably not quick manage game 2 and possibly game 3 if it's an elimination game. I might put them at Target Field, or I might not. I probably won't. Sometimes when I quick manage, I do put it at Target Field and then obviously at Target Field and I hop in a little looper. Matthew running over there, but it's out of his reach. Foul ball. 1 and 2, or it means 1. I think it was already 1 and 2, but either way, it's 1 and 2 anyway. It was not 1 and 2, but last pitch. 1-2 count to Altuve. That's a line drive. That ball is hit well. Retreated is Matthew. Like it does out catch, just shy of the warning track. 1-2-3 to the Astros. Twins count on the bat. No score here on the show. Kyle Hendricks, 33 starts in the regular season, 16-9 record, 2.62 ERA, 227 innings, 185 hits, 1.01 whip like Babe Ruth has, 44 walks and 192 strikeouts.
He looks better when he leaves his hat on.
Here we go. Here comes Luke. The bat over 300 in the regular season. That's a line drive. Going back is Reddit. And he makes a catch, 1 down. And here's the starting lineup for the hometown Twins. Luke, Matthews, Jack Thornton, Star Forcer, Baylor Jr., Vinny J, Mr. Casey, Audie Pullman, and Snake Biter. You're a 1,000 pitcher. Yeah, she does have a knuckleball though. Here we go. 3-1 errors down to Matthew. That's a ramble back to Hendricks. 2 down. That was finally a base hit, but got past him. Is Matthew? No, I think he's not the one that has 99 speed. Here's the postseason bracket so far. As you can see, it's updated in the NL. The Reds are 2-0 against the Nationals, and the Dodgers and Cardinals are tied at 1 game apiece. And the Red Sox, I think you saw that, and the Red Sox hit a 1-0 lead against the Indians. Here comes Jack Thornton. It's the last game of. Technically, I don't get this. We're at 8:05 Eastern. The other 2 are at 7:05 Eastern. One was at 10:05 Eastern. Not sure how the one at 10:05 Eastern finished before our game, but let's say this is the last game in progress. This is the 4th and final game for today. Little boat, 4th and final game today. That's a pop-up. And Nolan Bad does Altuve, and he makes a catch in shallow center field. We're through 1 inning in game 1. The score is the Astros 0 and the Twins 0. The tower is so annoying. Here we go. It's Bredman, Correa, and Robertson. Here we go. Here comes Bredman. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball to Luke. Throw to first, and we do not have a hit in this game yet. No, we don't. And here's the defense for the Minnesota Twins. Star Forcer, Snake Biter, Matthew in the outfield, Vinny J, Luke, Jack Thornton, Audie Pullman in the infield, and Mr. Casey behind the plate. Obviously, Babe Ruth on the mound. Here we go. Here comes Star at 27 home runs in the regular season. 905 OPS. That's a line drive caught by Vinny J. 2 down. No hits for either team, and no base runs for either team as well. Here comes Robinson as a DH. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball. Vinny sits on the band, and it's over. We're through an inning and a half at the Herbert 800 Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis. The score is 0-0. No runs, no hits, no base runners for either team. As Collins does a sinker, changeup, forcing fastball, and a curveball. I got wrong controller. Sorry about that. Here we go. 1-1 count. That's a bullet on the nose base hit. Perfect. 100 and I'm not sure what it's. I think I didn't say how much. The first hit for the Astros. Not for the Astros. First hit for the Twins. Runner at first, nobody out for Babe Jr. the DH. One on count. That's a little tamper back to the Astros. Dad throw to first and done. No look at second. Runner at second, 1 out. So it's like a sad. And man, I forgot I skipped the defense for the Astros. Sorry about that, but here we go. 3-2 counts. First at bat against Cal Henry. That's a line drive that would get down in the right center field. Matthew or the runner at center will score easily, and it's 1-0 Twins in Game 1. Who scored? It was Star Forcer. Yeah, Star Forcer scored. And we heard from Mr. Casey, who had a homer in the Twins' last game of the regular season, which was on camera, 1 on count. That's it, Ramo, should be 2. Bregman on 2-base, white double play, and over. Then to RBI signal by someone, I forgot who it was, but it's 1-0 Twins after 2 innings of play. And by the way, I'm doing a playoff bracket starting July 4th, and it's going to be like a full playoff bracket. I'm actually going to do the AL Wild Card in, which will be the Twins at Yankees, and then and I'll pick the division series. It's going to be the Twins playing the Indians if the Twins win the AL Wild Card in. But if it's not, but if they do get eliminated, then I'm probably going to pick one of the 2 series in the NL. Because I haven't, and then obviously I'll pick the LCS and the NLCS, and I'll do the whole World Series. So it'll be like the division series best of 5 like it is in real life. The championship series and the World Series are best 7 like they are in real life. Here we go. And this is best of 5 using the ALDS. 2-1 count to Tyler White. That's a line drive! And Biter will let it fall. And really, if he dove, it would have been at least. Didn't even hear me for like. That's the first hit for the Astros. Here comes Redditch. It was an RBI single by Vinny J. Vinny J drove it. Star Force in the center base in the top bottom of the setting. Here's Redditch. That's a line or a ground ball through base hit between Thornton and Audie Pullman, or Thornton and Pullman, 2 runners on, nobody out for the Astros. Here comes Tony Kemp, who's not on the team in real life, but so he's only had 4 home runs in the regular season. Got 251, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Here we go, 1-1 count. That's a foul ball. 1-2 count, and that is low and out. Inside 2-2 count, I bet they're not. When are they having me back? Here's the umpire signed for Game 1 of the 2020 ALDS. They didn't show him. Sorry about that. I never showed them for signs. If I wait too long in the game, and now it's on. See, I told you it's probably a trap, and now it's full. October 2nd, 2020. Behind the plate, Ed Drummond at first base, Clyde Washington at center base, Earl Hendricks at third base, Woody Keller. This is the crew that did the whole series of the whole World Series in my last postseason bracket between the Braves and the Twins, or the Twins and the home field advantage. That was only best of 5. Remember that. That's the drama. Should be 2. He botched it. Front of first, got him at first. But that should have been an easy 5-4-3 double play instead. Both runners move up 90 feet. Here comes Sprinter, a hit in time. 2 runners in scoring position. 2 runners in scoring position. 1 out. That's a foul ball. 1-2 to the leadoff man for the Astros, and also the Astros center fielder. And we go 1-2 count. That's a line drive. That will drift foul. Remains 1-2. That's a ground ball, and that will. The run. Why does it do that? Why is the runner not scoring? The run did not score for some reason. The run did not score. Here comes the Astros down. 2 runners on. 2 runners in scoring position. 2 outs. That's a foul ball. 1-2 to the Astros catcher, which is the Astros dad. Here we go. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. The Vinny should get out of it. In and over as the Astros strand 2 runners in scoring position. We're through. 2.5. The score remains 1-0 Twins. And then Donnie Pullman, 8-9-1 do it for the Twins in the bottom of the 3rd. Then Charles Hendricks, 24th pitch coming from Hendricks. That's a ground ball. That is a diamond stop. Correa comes to his feet. Got him. What a play by Correa. One down. My word, what a play. Here comes Nate Biner at 23 home runs in the regular season. 1 on count. And he checks the swing. It's 2-1 now. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball. That is past Altuve. Past the diamond Altuve and the number 9 batter, St. Byron at the end. Here comes the top of the order. The runner at first and 1 out. Flew out in the first. That's a ground ball. That is past him. 2 runners on, 1 out for Matthew. And hit should give the Twins a 2-0 lead and possibly 3-0. It's down the line or in the gap. Here we go. He ground out on the first. That's a ground ball. Should be 2. Second 1. First, and he will beat out the return throw. And it's runs that corner is 2 outs for the Twins. For Jack Thornton popped out in the first. A hit will make it 2-0. 1 on count. That's a ground ball. And then a 2-hit throws at the Correa and the inning's over. Twins strength a pair of runners. We're through 3 in game 1. The score is the Twins 1, the Astros 0. You just leave her out? Oh, right. Here's Altuve. 3-4-5 due up for the Astros in the top of the 4th. That's a ground ball. Oh, it's off of Babe Ruth. And Altuve will beat it out. I'm not sure what happened. That's the Twins manager. It's not Rob Baldelli anymore. And he's limping around.
Oh, the other team.
I'm not sure. And Mr. Casey comes out and looks that he's fine. Here comes Bremen. Ground out in the first. Tyler at first base. Nobody out. That's a fly ball. And that will not carry. And it is caught by St. Byron in center field. 1 down here in the 4th. As 2 episodes ago, we did play the Astros. We won 4-3. Here comes Correa. Altuve at first, 1 out, 1-2 down. That's a dribble pass, Vinny J. Correa at first, Altuve at second. 2 runners on, 1 out. Or I'm not sure. I believe it's Daniel Robinson. Yeah, he grounded on the second, but a hit should tie the game. That's a fly ball. It's on a long run for Matthew. And he will make the catch, and Altuve will stay at second base. 2 runners on, 2 outs now. For I believe, no, for Tyler Wade. It was Sindo in the 3rd. The Sindo should score Altuve in second. That's a fly ball, and that will tail foul. 1-2 to the Astros, first baseman, which I'm not, apparently they don't have Gurriel. Maybe it's 2 lines in the minors. 1-2 count. That's a little tapper to Lute. Throw to first, and the Astros now string a pair of runners. We're through 3.5. The score is the Twins 1, the Astros 0. Looking at 4 hits, difference is the Twins have 1 run, the Astros have no runs. Here comes Star Forcer, who's singled and scored. The only run for the Twins. That's a ground ball. You gotta hurry for Correa. 93 speed safe as he beats it out. Star Forcer has 93 speed and it's a single. Here comes David Jr. Ground out on the second. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Low is now 1-2. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. It's on a really tough play. Throw to second. Got him there. But Babe Jr. beats the return throw as they barely got Star Forcer at center base. Here comes Vinny J. 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. Going 1-1 count. That's a foul ball and a changeup. At the bottom is now 1-2 to the Twins first baseman. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. Base hit. They're gonna hold Babe Jr. at center base. Vinny J at first base. Babe Jr. at center base.
Really a Babe Ruth Jr. with it?
No. Here we have a 2-1 hitters count for Mr. Casey, who ground out on the second, but a hit to make it 2-0. That's a ground ball. Could be 2. Bregman, Altuve, White double play. That's the 7th double play Mr. Casey is grounded into. We're through 4 in game 1. The score is 1-0 Twins. Here we go. Here comes Red as top of the 5th. Due up for the Astros. It's 8-9-1. Due up for the Astros in the top of the 5th. That's a little tapper. It's on a tough play. Audie Bowman barehands it. Got him. What a play. Barehanded it. 1 down. Here comes Tony Kemp. And then it's Sprinter, the top of the order. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball. Throw to first by Pullman. He actually gloved it with his glove. 2 down. Here comes only 1 run in the game, 10 hits, 6 by the Twins, 4 by the Astros. 2-1 hitter, 2-1 count out. Sprinter at the ground ball through, base hit. Going for the 9-3 is safe at first, and a tying run down base for Jose Altuve. The Astros down over 2 with 2 ground outs. That's a ground ball to his son on the other team, and the inning's over. We're through halfway home in game 1. The score is the Twins 1, the Astros 0. Here we go. Here comes Vinny. Actually, no, it's not. It's Audie Pullman, not Vinny J. 8-9-1 due up for the Twins in the bottom of the 5th. Here we go. That's a fly ball. Ball is hit well. Retreated is Camping Sprinter, and Sprinter makes the catch like to the zone left center field. 1 down. Here comes Snake Fire, 1 on a single in the 3rd, and then it's Lute at the top of the order. 50th pitch from Hendricks. That's a ground ball. That ball is in the center field base hit. So the number 9 batter, that's a hit. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Here comes Lute. Runner at first, 1 out. 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd. That's a ground ball. Should be 2. Altuve, Correa, 1, and Lute is doubled up. We're through 5. The score remains 1-0 Astros. 3-4-5 due up for the Astros in the top of the 5th. 3-4.
Holy short.
Yeah, you got it. Here we go. Yeah, 59 pitch coming from Babe Ruth. That's a line drive. Ball is hit well. Retreating is Matthew. Like to Giselle catch in right center field. Yeah, right center field. Here comes out Redmond's over 2 with a fly out and a ground out. The Astros only have 5 hits. Twins only have 7. The Twins have a run though. That's a line drive. Same spot basically to Matthew. Did that one. Yes, he can! Somersault after he caught the ball. 2 down. Correa somehow he did it. Ain't on. Correa, 1 on count. That's a ground ball. We are through 5.5. And that was a horrendous throw at Luke, but pitched by Vinny J. Middle of 6th, the score remains 1-0 Twins. 2-3-4 due up for the Twins in the bottom of the 6th. Still up by 1. Still up 1-0. That's a ground ball in the right field. Base hit. Base hit. Base hit for Matthew, and here comes Jack Thornton over to the pile to the center baseman and a 4-3 ground out. That's a fly ball. The ball is hit well, but it will die really short of the wall and the orange and by the
408 feet far.
There. Astros before they took away a Talent Hill, it was like 436 feet to dead center field, but now it's like 4. I seen other. That's the average. Here we go. Here comes Star Force with 2 for 2 in the game. That's a bullet. 2 runners down, 1 out for the Twins, and can they extend their lead? Matthews at second, Star Force is at first, and it's going to be up to Barrett Jr. over 2 with a 2-3 ground out on a fielder's choice. Alright, on count. Swing and a miss on a changeup, basically almost in the dirt. 1-2 count. That's a fly ball. You might maybe see the front runner Tad. And Matthew will Tad. There he goes. Throw by Sprinter is offline. Matthew moves up 90 feet. Runs in the corners, 2 outs for Vinny J. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And on his first single, he drove in Star Forcer from center base. 1-0 count. That's a ground ball. Short hop to Correa in and over. They threw a 2-hit for the 4th to center base. We're through 6 in game 1. The score remains 1-0 Minnesota. Here comes Daniel Robinson. Over 2 in the game as 7 and only 1 run. A good pitching duel between Kyle Hendricks and Babe Ruth. And that's a pop-up. Caught by Vinny J in foul territory, 1 down. And you're wondering why, if you look at the LDS logo, it's different. And what is it supposed to be? Well, it's probably going to look at that. It says MLB logo, LDS, and then it looks like 2020 and like 2 leaves, like a blue leaf for the NL and a red leaf for the AL or something. I decided, I think blue for the AL, red for the NL. It's because it started in MLB 19, that's why it doesn't have the logos like they had in last year. or what they're probably don't have this year. And no Henry Down because remember I started this last year and I started my Henry Down the Show series when I was the day on with the show 20 came out for people that didn't pre-order. That's a ground ball. We're 2 down here in the 7th. The Astros down in their final 7 outs, only down by a run, but here's Reddit 1 for 3 with a single back in the 3rd, and they're starting to warm up. Missing Megan in the Twins bullpen on the left field line. 2-1 count. That's all Tapper fouled. Babe Ruth 1 strike away from getting through 7 innings. This is probably his last batter. That's a line drive, and Babe Ruth is through 7. We're through 7 in stretch time here at the Herbert A. Humphrey Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis. The score remains 1-0 Twins. Did he say something? On 7-8-9 due up for the Twins in the bottom of the 7th. As Hendricks' energy still in the green. He's going in the 7th inning at work. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball and just fell by a hair. They're starting to warm up. Ryan Presley, a former Twin, and the Astros bullpen on the right field line. 2-2 count to the Twins catcher. That's a ground ball to Altuve. 1 down. Mr. Casey is not particularly doing well, let's put it this way. Here's the pull over to the fly out and a ground out so far. Here we go. Snake Biter on deck. That's a ground ball. What a play by Hendricks behind the bat. 2 down. Here comes Snake Biter, the number 9 batters. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Does Mr. Casey have a hit? The people that don't have a hit are Jack Thornton, Babe Ruth Jr., Mr. Casey, and Audie Pullman. Here we go. No runners on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 count. That's a fly ball going over a sprinter, and he makes the catch in right center field. We're through 7, or end the 7th. The score is the Twins 1 and the Astros 0. 9-1-2 due up for the Astros on the top of the 8th. Are you don't come back? Here we go. Here comes Miss Megan.
Miss Megan.
36 appearances in the regular season, 1-4 record, 21 holes, 41 innings pitched. 3.29 ERA, 1 whip, 30 strikeouts, and 6 walks. Here we go. As they're starting to warm up, that closer, Mom, in that Twin bullpen down the left field line. Here comes Tony Kent, 3-2 count. That's a ground ball. It's on a tough play for Jack Thornton, 63 speed from Kemp, and he beats it out. A slow chopper, Kemp beats it out. Tying on base for the Astros and Hendricks at the top of the order. 1-1 count. That's a little tapper. Is it fair? It is. And that's like a sacrifice, and the tying moves up to center base. 1 out. Here comes Dad, 0 for 3 in the game, with 3 ground outs, but a hit to tie the game. Miss Megan has a 14 fastball, palm ball, forkball, and a slurve. 1-1 count. That is a line drive. That's on the screws. But it's gone. Here comes the tying run moves over to that was a really rainbow throw. That moves up to third base. 2 outs. Hit ties the game. And here comes Altuve. Correa on deck. Tying run 90 feet away. 2 outs. 1-1 count. That's a ground ball. Should get him out of it. And the Astros stranded tying run at third base. And it remains 1-0 Twins after 7.5 innings of play. And then the bottom of the 8th, trying to get some insurance. Hendricks, 76 pitches thrown to 7 innings. Energy still in the green. I mean, my goodness, 1-1 count. That's a ground ball to Altuve. Throw to first is in time, 1 down. To start the 9th, the Astros will have 4, 5, 6. Bredman, Correa, and Robertson. And then after that, to have White, Reddick, and then Templeton, possibly. But due up is Bredman, Correa, and then Robinson. Robinson's a DH, obviously. Here we go. 1-1 count to Matthew. 1 for 3 in the game. That's a ground ball. It's on a really tough play. Base hit. And runners at first, 1 out. Trying it into insurance because there's only been 1 run. 16 hits, though. 10 for the Twins, 6 for the Astros. 1 run only. 1 for the Twins, no runs for the Astros. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball. Trying it into insurance. 2 runners on, 1 out. As you might now see Hendricks didn't pull, because if you're the Astros, you might want to keep it at 1 because the closer for them is Mom. He's a knuckleball, so
You better watch out for Mom.
here comes Ryan Presley, the former Twin. 43 appearances in the regular season, 1-2 writer, 28 holds, 36 and 1/3 innings, 1.24 whip, 4.95 ERA, 33 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Here we go, 4-seam fastball, sweeper and curve, slider, and a 2-seam fastball. 1-on count. That is a bullet foul on a slider. Here we go, 1-2 count. That's it, it should be 2 off of Brenman. He went to no first. It's low pitched by White. 2 runs in scoring position, 2 outs. Well, first of all, bobbled. Here comes Baber Jr. over 3 in the game with a fly to the center fielder, or 2-3 ground out, fielder's choice, and a fly out to the center fielder. DH, 1-1 count. That's a little tapper. It's on a tough play. In and over. The Astros need 1 run at a time, 2 to take the lead in the top of the 9th. And the score is the Twins 1 and the Astros 0. Here we go, top of the 9th. 4-5. 6 to do it for the Astros in the top of the 9th. Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa, and Daniel Robinson. Here comes Mom. 46 appearances in the regular season. 2-2 record. 48 for 45 on 48 for 55 and for saves. 40 in the regular season. 41 innings pitched. Here we go. 4-seam fastball, change up, curveball, knuckleball, and a 2-seam fastball. So 5-pitch repertoire for Mom. 1-on count. That's a ground ball. It should be the first down. Charging is Luke. Jump throw got him. Cheetah jump throw from second base. 1 down. Here comes Mom, or not Mom, Carlos Correa with the DH on deck. 1-on count. That's a ground ball. The first and third baseman recovering the line. Throw to Mom. 2 down. And the Twins are one out away from taking game 1 here at home, right at the Herbert Hunter Metronome, but it's in the same city. Here comes Daniel Robinson. The Astros down our final out. That's a line drive caught by Luke at second base, and the Twins win 1-0 over the Astros in game 1. My goodness, 1 run scored. It was scored by Star Forcer and was driven in by Vinny J. As Baber's the winning pitcher, Kyle Hendricks is the losing pitcher, and Mom is the save. Baber moves to 1-0 in the postseason. Kyle Hendricks falls to 0-1 in the postseason, and Mom gets her first save. That's to say her. It's supposed to be a her, but they say his. But her first save of the postseason. And we're going to see the player of the game is. Not sure who it's going to be. I'm thinking it's only Star Forcer, Vinny J. I'm not sure. Maybe someone that's not.
Maybe Mom.
Usually don't see that. And here's the final line score. Top 2 hitters for the Astros, Josh Reddick and Tyler White. Top 2 hitters for the Twins, Star Forcer and Vinny J. As usually the top hitter for the winning team is usually the player of the game. So, or sometimes it's the second top hitter, or it's a pitcher maybe, but I doubt it. And it's not someone that has blonde hair. But
what is Star Forcer?
I just made it. So it's Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth is the player of the game. Number 15. He's supposed to be 3, but the Twins retired number 3 because I forgot who retired it. So number 3.
Right?
Yeah. 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts, no home runs. And Miss Minden went 1 inning, and obviously Mom went 1 inning. Babe Ruth gets the win, moves to 1-0 in the postseason. Kyle Hendricks gets the loss, and he falls. And Kyle Hendricks gets the loss, and he falls to 0-1 in the postseason. And then Mom gets her first, and then Mom gets to save her first of the postseason. As the Twins had a 1-0 series lead in the ALCS. I mean, the Twins had a 1-0 series lead in the ALDS. As I'm about to do game 2, I'm probably gonna quick manage it, and then game 3 I'm gonna quick manage as well. If the Twins lose, they win game 2. If they win game 2, that was 1-0, and I'm not trying. And yeah, obviously I don't know, quick manage, not both controllers obviously, I did a Star Forcer 3 for 4, 3 singles and a run scored. Was there even an extra? I think there wasn't even a double in the game. All the hits were singles. I think all of them were singles, because if they weren't, if it just is 2 for 4, like Vinny J's RBI and run doesn't say anything about single. I mean, they were the player of the game. Reddick went 1 for 3. White went 1 for 3. Kep went 1 for 3. Altuve went 1 for 4. Sarforza went 3 for 4 with a run score. Vinny J, the only run scorer in the game, or for the Twins and for either team. Vinny J went 2 for 3 with RBI. Matthew went 2 for 4, and St. Byron went 2 for 3. Not one run score. Scored in the second inning. As Babers went 7 innings, Miss Meadow went 1 inning. Went 1 inning for the Astros. Challengers went 7 1/3 innings, and then Ryan Presley went 2/3 of an inning. And obviously, there was only the Twins only batted 8 times. There's no reason to ninth. As about to quick manage game 2. If they lose, I'll quick manage game 3. But if they win, then obviously I'm not going to do anything after that. The next episode will be the first elimination game of the ALDS, which will be game 3 at the earliest, or game 4 at the latest. Alright, that's how I'm closing the board. If you like this episode, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And I'm going to see you on episode number 16 of this Minnesota Twins custom franchise series. See you in episode number 16, which will be the first elimination game for either team here in the 2020 ALDS between the Houston Astros and the Minnesota Twins. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time. Eat a lot of bacon and go Twins.